Hey, welcome back. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here on the channel. My name is Kelly Roach, and this entire channel is dedicated to helping you to build and live a 1% life, which goes hand in hand with creating your online empire so that you can work from anywhere, create lifestyle and financial freedom, and be present and focused on family first. Today, we are talking about 10 capital efficient ways to scale your business to $10 million. Now, here's the deal. A lot of businesses never make it to the six-figure mark. A lot of businesses certainly never make it to the seven-figure mark. And the eight-figure mark is pretty much out of reach for the vast majority of the population unless they get outside funding. Now, I have been a person that bootstrapped my business to the $10 million mark without outside investors, debt, or capital injections into the business. That means that I earned it as I made it, I reinvested it, and I utilized that to strategically scale. And I believe this is really the best way to build your business to $10 million. And, people ask me a lot like, well, why should I build a $10 million business? What's the difference between, having $1 million business and having a $10 million business? Well, there's a huge difference because when you have $1 million business, you're going to take home about $300,000 a year. When you have a $10 million business, you're going to take home about $3 million a year. There is a massive distinction in that lifestyle and what you're able to do for your family and how you make choices in your life when you're taking home $300,000 versus $3 million. The thing is that $10 million as a touch point for your business it's available and it's possible. And we've helped clients to do it. We've done it ourselves. And I want you, my listeners on the channel here, to be able to do that as well. So let's get down to business and talk a little bit about how to make this happen without outside funding. And the reason I say that is that when you bring outside investors into your business and when you create loans and debt, that adds a very aggressive amount of pressure to you, the business owner, and to your team. And you now have bosses, essentially. You are no longer the complete owner of your business. There's other people that you are now accountable to that have one interest and one interest only, and that is typically getting the fastest and biggest return on the investment that they made in their business. And for that reason, I'm a huge fan of bootstrapping and building your business organically to get from where you are to where you want to be. So I'm going to talk to you about kind of 10 ways to do that, or 10 key things that you should think about that are going to help you to make that happen. By the way, if you're loving the content that I create on this channel and you're enjoying what I'm sharing here, make sure that you hit subscribe, you tap the bell so that you get notified every week when I release a new session. There's new videos that get released every single week. They're free and they're going to help you to pursue your 1% life and build and grow your empire in the process. Okay. So number one is building a side hustle. And I say that because if you have a primary income stream, like a job or another business, and then you start a side hustle, you are able to fund getting that side hustle off the ground and getting it profitable without going into debt to do it. If you're working a job, one of the best ways to get your business started is as a side hustle. I personally built my company from $0 to $1 million in annual revenue while I was still working a full-time job. And then I crossed that bridge and became a full-time entrepreneur. Okay. Number two, social media ads. Social media ads, I would absolutely take the revenue that you're producing, and the first thing I would reinvest in would be advertising for social media. This is going to be the fastest, easiest way to get exposure for your brand and to really make sure that you are able to consistently generate leads that you're able to turn into paying customers. The speed that social media advertising will give you versus if you do this purely organically without advertising is 100x. Okay. Number three, media buying. One of the most successful, proven methodologies for gaining exposure, building fans and followers, creating raving fans is paying for media in front of other people's audiences. So think about it. What's a television commercial? Paid media in front of someone else's audience, right? When you think about the way that you're going to get people to come over to your platform, follow you, engage with your brand, be a part of what you're doing. The most important thing is, how do you efficiently and effectively get enough discoverability that it will translate into raving fans, and raving fans will translate into customers. Paid media can be in the form of podcast advertising on other people's shows, sponsorships, advertising, like actual ads that you place on things like Hulu or YouTube. There's all different ways that you can do media buying for your business. But again, it's like a massive shortcut to success, and it's going to provide both a direct and indirect return on investment. Number 4, podcast guesting. I love podcast guesting. It's been one of my top growth strategies since the day that I started my business. It costs you absolutely nothing. Yes, it is an investment of time, but it's one of the best investments of time that you can ever possibly make. I recommend that you're doing this every single week. Content empire. Okay, number 5, content empire is what I'm doing right now. It's you recording free value add material that is going to live permanently on social media, on your YouTube channel, in your Facebook groups, everywhere that your brand is found, that is going to allow people to get a taste of your knowledge and expertise and help you to position yourself as the person that they want to buy from, coach with, learn from, partner with, etc. So content is a very, very important piece of the puzzle of how to scale your business to the $10 million mark in a capital efficient manner. Again, it costs you nothing. So it doesn't matter if you're doing this on your lunch break from your car, or if you're doing this at the traffic lights, or while you're waiting for your son or daughter at soccer practice or cheer team, or whatever the case. Number 6 is building an apprentice program or an intern program. Now, there are rules and regulations that you have to follow depending on the state or country that you're in, but this is one of the best ways to find top talent for your organization, and to also be able to bring them in a meaningful way where they're able to contribute to the bottom line from day one. If you can get an apprentice or an intern program working for your company in compliance with state regulations, that is going to be an absolutely huge facet for you in developing your team quickly. And number 8, I think I gave you 6. This is number 7. You are going to definitely want to make sure that you are getting appointment setters in your social media that are going to allow you to take all of the new raving fans, followers, subscribers that you have, and bring them into the fold and move them into conversations with either you or a member of your team to translate that into dollars and cents in the bank. Number 8, you are going to want to have a launch mechanism for your business. Again, you can do launches absolutely for free. It's a process of delivering exceptional high-value content, engaging people, teaching them, empowering them, and then inviting them to say yes to an offer. Next is going to be hiring a sales team. This is one of the absolutely fatal flaws that takes a lot of small businesses out of business. They have no sales team. And what happens is the business owner gets so busy running the business, managing the business, working with clients, that no one's selling on behalf of the company. There has to be new dollars coming into your business every single day. And the way that you're going to make that happen is by building your own sales force. And finally, make sure you dial in a process to have consistent calls being booked on the calendar. There are all different ways that you can consistently get people requesting a call with a member of your team so that there are constant sales conversations happening. And again, you're spending your dollars, your time, and your energy in the right way to make sure it's translating to dollars and cents on the bottom line. So those are 10 things that you should be doing in your business if you want to scale to the $10 million mark and beyond. And as you build and grow your team, you'll simply multiply and duplicate those efforts to scale all the way to the next level. Here's to your success, and I can't wait to see you soar. Thanks for tuning in today, and scroll down below this video for some supplemental resources that will help you with the things that I mentioned here today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Kelly Roach, and I'll see you back.